So I've talked a lot about foster care, and some people might not really get what I'm trying to say when I talk about raising the age of foster care. Here's the thing, right? I work with two foster kids as a CASA. It's one of the honestly the joys of my life. It's been life changing, and I hope it has changed the lives of the two kids I've worked with. Um, these kids struggle because of a lack of support. We have social workers. CASA makes sure that these kids are supported, but there are still things that these kids don't have that the average kid has. And to get shoes, there has to go through a number of people to make that happen. To get a laptop, to go out, to to just figure out how to get their permit. There are so many things that they don't have when they are in group homes. We also don't have as many foster parents anymore. Foster homes. That's that has reduced in the last few years. So there's a crisis there. We are leaving our most vulnerable kids behind. We promised to look out for kids. We promised this No Child Left Behind thing that Bush put forth. We are not doing enough for these kids. We need more resources for it. Places like CASA need more money. Places like social workers, we need more social workers. So what I'm trying to say here when I talk about raising the age is that if these kids have more time from 21 to 26, they can get the education they need to thrive. They can go to trade school and learn a trade and get started to make money. They can learn life skills, how to balance a checkbook, how to manage money, how to open an account, how to pay for rent. They can figure out what it takes for them to thrive. Without it, pregnancy happens more frequently, crime happens more frequently. They get into jail and they stay in jail because they know where food is going to be. They know that they're going to have dinner. They know that they have a place to stay. Homelessness happens. Dropping out of school happens. There are so many things that happen to these kids when they are left, when they are finished with the foster care system and they are on their own. And there are not enough resources that help them when they are on their own. If a 21-year-old who has all the privilege in the world has to come back home to their parents and live in the basement, live in the extra room, what about a kid who's never had that? What about a kid who doesn't have a home to go to? This is when I talk about it, is that I'm focused on not leaving these kids behind, because I also know that the impact of this moves across an entire city and state. Reductions in crime, reductions in prison rates, reductions in teen pregnancy, reductions in dropouts, reductions in homelessness. This impacts for the better a city. So that's really why I'm focused on it and why I care about it. It's not my only issue, but it's one that does matter to me. And it's because it goes beyond just raising the age. It's not arbitrary. What it's about is actually a systemic change in how we treat kids, treat young adults, and actually set these people up for success, and how it actually will positively impact a city's entire department. Entire departments are changing by this. This is the benefit of this is what happens when you raise the age of foster care. This is how it impacts for the positive an entire city and state. If you want to know more, let me know. The Ruth E. Casey Foundation is doing a lot of this stuff, which is awesome, but I'd be happy to talk to you more about foster care and why it matters to me. All right, bye.